Hi friends, welcome back to Reinventing Me at 60. This is month 4 of my 12-month reinvention journey, and if last month was about rediscovering my values, this month was about something much harder, living them. Because let's be honest, knowing your values is one thing, but building a life that actually reflects those values, that's another thing. Here's where it really got real. So this month I set out to align my daily habits, decisions, time, and even my calendar with what mattered most to me. And I'll walk you through a week-by-week process of what I tried, what worked, what didn't, and where I'm going next. Week 1. With my values from month 3 fresh in my mind, I set out to spend my first week tracking how I actually spent my time. Not how I wanted to spend it, not how I think I spend it, but the real honest truth. I logged every hour for the first 3 days with no editing, no judgment, and what I saw actually surprised me. I spent a lot of my time on autopilot. I did a lot of reacting instead of choosing, a lot of doom scrolling, a lot of busy work that didn't reflect any of my top 5 values. Take simplicity, one of my core values. I said I wanted to move slower, more peaceful life, but my calendar was full of clutter, appointments, errands, and obligations that I didn't even want to keep. Or connection. I value it so much, but I hadn't had a truly meaningful conversation all week. This week reminded me I can't live my values if I'm not aware of the patterns. So I circled the big misalignments and I asked myself, what's the one thing I can change this week to bring me more in line with my values? The simple awareness created space. Week 2, this week I focused on boundaries. I realized how often I say yes out of guilt and habit. How often I let others' urgency become my emergency. So I started intentionally saying no. No to things that didn't align with my values. No to tasks I wasn't just doing because I always have in the past. No to the pressure to fill every hour. At the same time, I created boundaries for my values. As creativity is a core value, I needed to carve out actual protected time to make something. So I added an hour each Wednesday morning just for play. Connections matter, so I scheduled a walk and talk with a friend. Phones off, open heart. Boundaries aren't about restriction, they're about protection. Protecting the life that's you say you want. Every yes needs to serve our bigger yes. Week 3, this week I tried something new, creating rhythm instead of a routine. Routines have always felt a bit rigid to me, like another to-do list, but rhythms feel more like music, something I can flow with. So I asked myself, what would a day aligned with my values feel like? Not just look like, but feel like. I built a gentle rhythm. Mornings of stillness, coffee and meditation is honoring simplicity. Mid-mornings for focusing on work and creative flow. So that's creativity and curiosity. Afternoons were open for connection and curiosity. Calls and walks. And I left room for play, rest, and spontaneity. Reflection, this is the first time my calendar felt like it matched my inner soul. Week 4, this week I gave myself permission to adjust. Not everything worked. Some rhythms were just too ambitious. Some boundaries got tested. Some days I totally forgot to check in with my values, but I didn't let that become a failure. I let it become feedback. I recentered, I simplified, and I checked in. I asked, is this still working? Is it still true? And here's the truth. Living your values isn't a destination. It's a daily decision. This month wasn't about getting it perfect. It wasn't about learning how to return to what matters. Every day I asked, what's one thing I can do today to honor my values? Even if the rest of the day went sideways, that one small thing helped me feel aligned, grounded, and whole. So here's what I've learned this month. Awareness is the first step towards alignment. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're necessary. Rhythms create freedom. Alignment isn't perfect, but it is powerful. And perhaps the most important, that you deserve a life that reflects your truth and not your old patterns. This is the first time in a long time that my days felt like mine again. Not borrowed, not driven by shoulds, just honest. Next month, we're moving into something new, rediscovering joy. Now that I've cleared space, defined what matters to me, and started living it, I want to bring back joy, lightness, and play. So month 5 will be all about finding joy in simple things. Letting go of guilt around fun. Reclaiming pleasure as a right, not a reward. I really hope you join me for month 5.